Well, Los Angeles Kings have taken a 2-1 series lead over the Edmonton Oilers in round one of the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. That's Dennis Bernstein. I'm Dave Pagnotta. Our post-game coverage here from Crypto brought to you by Bodog.
When it feels like all that's left is work hard, it's time to play again. Easily find your next favorite game with Bodog. Free casino games, poker tips, and sports odds. Make a play.
All right, Dennis, let's dive right into this one. The
Sure.
controversial, well, I don't even know if it's controversial. It was a clear decision made by the National Hockey League to determine that it was a good goal in overtime by Trevor Moore to give the Kings the victory. What was your take on the situation?
I'm going to imitate Connor McDavid imitating a referee. Jay Woodcroft said he would prefer to believe the greatest player in the world who thought it was a hide stick. That's why he raised his hand. The play continued. But, Dave, Trevor Moore was left uncovered in front of the net. He had beat Ekholm. Nurse was on his knees trying to stop the pass from Velarde. Just like in Game 1 when Alex Iafallo was left unchecked in the slot and it was an overtime win on a power play goal. Same thing tonight. The Kings win on an overtime power play goal. You got to keep playing till the whistle blows. It's as simple as that. So it was a long review. A couple of the angles I couldn't really tell. But, again, Edmonton had plenty of chances. Jonas Korpisalo was amazing. 38 saves on 40 shots, and the Kings took a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, certainly. And look, I get it. We've seen a bunch of the angles that are out there. And, some of them, it looks like there's the potential that it did touch the stick. Unfortunately, it's not conclusive, and that's what the National Hockey League needs. That being said, again, you play the full game out. Connor McDavid, a player that had been contained for the most part, at least on the score sheet, in the first two games of this series. Dennis, he got 2 goals tonight, but still, the Kings came out victorious.
I think the key here in this series so far, Dave, is that both Connor and Leon haven't gotten off. It's either been Connor or Leon, and that's one of the secrets to the Kings' success. They're a better 5-on-5 team, and they've been all season. It's as simple as that. Edmonton got nothing, again, 5-on-5, and again, they had a lead in this game, and they blew it the third time in this series. In all 3 games, the Edmonton Oilers have surrendered a lead, and Jake Woodcroft's going to have to really reinforce that. Once you get a lead, you have to protect it, and the Edmonton Oilers haven't done it, and they're down 2-1 in the series.
Game 4 coming up on Sunday from this very rink, DB. But this was the first game of the first 3 where the LA Kings took the lead early in this game. Were able to score first. Little dicey at the beginning when Philip Deneau pulled off a penalty in the first couple of minutes, but they got through that one and they ended up scoring right at the end of the first period.
Yeah, Dave, there's not much to separate these two teams. They've played 14 times since the beginning of last season. Each team's won 7. So I still think it's a long series, could go 6 or 7, but Edmonton doesn't have to be desperate because they played a really good game. They played a really good road game. They dominated puck possession for long stretches. I think they had 35 shots in the second and third period. They have to find a way to unlock 5-on-5 success if they're going to win the series.
Will we see Kevin Fiala in Game 4 for the Kings?
No, Dave, I think we're probably looking at later in the series, maybe Game 6 or Game 7, if there is a Game 6 or 7, if Edmonton does wind up winning it. So, and winning a couple of games here. But I think probably another week for Kevin Fiala. So don't expect him on Sunday, but as we get deeper in the series, it's more likely he comes back.
We picked a long series in this one. I don't know if everybody else did. It doesn't seem like that. It looks like this one could have the potential to go the distance. But for now, the LA Kings up 2-1 on the Edmonton Oilers in the first round. Game 4 from here on Sunday evening. That's Dennis. I'm Dave. And this has been our post-game report presented by Bodog.